subscribe to Fat and Broke.
Xin chào, what's up everybody? My name is Chris and my channel is Fat and Broke. I live in Vietnam for the past 4 years, mainly in Saigon, Ho Chi Minh City. People in Vietnam that live here do call it Saigon, not Ho Chi Minh, even though that's its official name, hence the reason why I call it that. The reason we are here for a video today is Japan is having their annual PHO Festival coming up in Tokyo in this upcoming week. And it's made pretty big news in a lot of the news over here as, you know, Vietnam getting a really good handshake of their authentic dishes outside of Vietnam being showcased in a festival. So, of course, there's been a lot of talk about festivals in Vietnam, and especially in Saigon, and especially in District 1, and especially right now where I'm walking, Han Quin Hue, which is the main drag of District 1 in Vietnam in Saigon. Here where we're looking at right now, if you're new to the channel, is usually where we would have a festival. They usually will block this whole street. They'll put tents up here. This can go down all the way for up to 4 blocks if they need it to. So quite the stretch. They can go just this way. The place we're walking up to, they can also close that whole thing down and set up a festival there. The thing I've been talking about, and a lot of people have been talking about, is, you know, Vietnam and Saigon really needs to step up their game to get international eyes on their festivals here. You know, I've talked about what they can do with their nightlife to start to dominate, and they need more things like this. We've already hit that. We've covered that topic of what they can do on nightlife, but what else can they do to make tourism? Like, to parlay this into the second topic I wanted to talk about, they also want to have like 14 million visitors by the end of the year. So, you know, a good way they could have parlayed that is to have some. Why does the PHO Festival need to be in Tokyo? Okay, it does, because that gets people in Japan to go to it. But you could have an international PHO Festival here very easily. How hard would it be to just have literally just a PHO, an international PHO Festival, where you get the 50 best PHO across Vietnam? You know, you go and take the ratings however you want to do it, and you take 50. You could even probably pack 100. You go and find the 100 different vendors and best vendors of PHO, and you set them up in a festival here, and you do it properly. You put in, like, you know, you'll see these festivals that like VNPT and like all these corporations put, and there's no money being had. Like, the corporation has the money, of course, because they have it in their budget to do advertising per year, so they're getting signed off to, you know, probably for something that would cost millions of dollars to set up here. They could set up a 1-week festival here probably for $100 grand with like performances, stage work, and everything. But they're not making any money. They're not making any money back, and it's all just an advertising thing right now. There's never really a time that I know of where the city is like, let's really do something culturally and really get eyes around the world for people to know about this thing that we're having here, and kind of get it to be a destination thing. I tell you what, if you really didn't F around and you put, let me know in the comments what you think, but if you put maximum effort in as the city of Saigon in finding like the 50 best PHO or even the 100 best PHO and setting up a proper festival here, and then even charging like a $5 entrance, because you could, even Vietnamese are gonna pay $5. You could probably have a pretty high profit. I'm doing the math off the top of my head, but probably just at $5, and then it coming with like how they did that, the one decent food festival I've been to in Saigon that was way over there. But how they did that is you bought the entrance, but it was just tickets for food. So buy in for $5, and that's like, you know, food tickets. And then you can buy more tickets as you go and buy more PHO. But what a terrific idea. You're telling me, you let me know in the comment section if they had a really big production where they put hundreds of thousands of dollars behind it, and it was just an international PHO festival, and they got the 100 best PHOs across Vietnam to compete in a festival where you could try them all. Would that be something you would consider a destination? That's really the question. Like, is that something you're going to consider traveling for or not? Could I be wrong? Like, personally, I don't think I'm wrong right now. But again, this is why I asked you. We've seen the Banh Mi. The Banh Mi Festival did crazy. There were so many people there, they put it in the wrong spot. There were so many people. They already know that worked. But then you could do the same thing. You could even flip it to the other and like have a real big culturally diverse festival just for like the city of Saigon, to where you had like a complete actual food festival. Like, I'm just sticking to one thing, food, but imagine if you invited like the 200 vendors, like a taste of, I know there's like a taste of everywhere now, but I think the really original best one would be like a taste of Chicago, you know, type deal, where again, you sell maybe a small entrance and then food tickets. So these things are up to the city, but I think you could exponentially have tremendous results with doing stuff. I can't go this way now. I gotta go back the other way. We got out here just late. I'm just on the last video, so it's just getting into the end of the music, so we can go back. We can go back this way and kind of hook around and finish the video here. I think that's really, yeah, I'm on the last one. I'm super sick from like a cold flu type deal, so I'm just pushing through it. But yeah, I mean, I think if you started doing stuff like that, you know, they've got, and yeah, I'm gonna shit on it because I don't really care. I'm not gonna go there. And I'm sick of trying to like, well, it got a little annoying to where like I started monitoring what I said about things because like people on the internet, I don't care, man. Like, they have like a taco festival thing here at like the Outcast place in District 2. I'm sorry, that place sucks. It's like the same expats that go to all the same shit and that like kind of gatekeep at like their bars and stuff. Like, again, not shitting, I met some great people, but like, it's not a great place to have a taco festival. Like, the taco festival this year was the biggest joke of a festival I've almost ever seen. I gotta get out of here before Go starts singing. It was terrible. There was like 2 taco vendors there. It was overpriced. I had to pay to get in, and they only had, like I said, 2 vendors there. I was like, what's going on? The beer just wasn't my vibe, dude. Like, it would have been far better suited to have that like in something like this, or just even any kind of bigger place. And that especially isn't pigeonholed to just like one kind of people, dude. Like, those Outcast parties are so catered to just like expats, it's insane. It's not the way to do them. I mean, whatever. Sure, that Outcast venue could be good, but it's not made for like more than 50 people at a time. Again, I'm like digressing on things, but they could potentially be sitting on a gigantic gold mine of making way better and bringing way more people in tourism-wise just to Saigon by just redoing this. Like, and to even go further, and not to really shit on it, but like, to be truthful, you know, the Tet Festival here is, sure, it looks pretty, but it's snooze fast. There's nothing going on. Like, once you've seen it once, you've seen every flower festival. Okay, it's a little bit different of a flower each year, but I mean, really? There could be some things added to it, but I mean, I guess it's like a parade in America that's hundreds of years old. You don't touch these things. So we've come to the end of the video. I've said some opinions. Again, these are my opinions. I'm not a genius. I'm not the authoritative state. These are my thoughts of things. If you don't like them, you know, you don't have to particularly agree with them. This is what we're all different for. Let me know what you think in the comment section. If you want to watch me live stream, we do that over on kick.com. We are going to be turning off the live streams on YouTube pretty soon. If you want to support the channel and me in additional ways, you can do that over on patreon.com/fatandbroke. You can also get at me directly on there via DMs. Depending on what's going on, it can take me up to a week to reply on the Patreon. All right, guys, stay frosty. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one. Peace out.